Hey there, hi there, ho there. Yeah, I have a joke up for today. I'm wearing my resistor shirt, my 47 resistor. Oh, part of the paint's coming off. Just noticed. I was not feeling it at all today. Not at all. I had panic attacks before I got up. I felt sick to my stomach and ooh, are you being pulled back feeling? I don't like that. And I didn't really get up out of bed until noon or just after noon. And I didn't have anything to eat until about 3 or 3:30. I had 2 ears of corn, 2 bratwurst, and a pint of ice cream. That's all I had. Now it's almost 10, and I'm going to have some watermelon before I go to bed. But I was just not feeling it. I mean, if I was on Make Me Laugh as a contestant to hold a solemn face until someone made me laugh, I could have won a lot of money because I just wasn't feeling anything. With everything going on, and you hear about it every single day, and all the way people are acting, and how society is going, and all these new things happening in my life, I'm just really freaking out and bumming out. But tonight was open mic night, and I made myself go, and I'm glad I did. There was a lady there, somewhere around my age, I think, named Shelley, and she'd been taking stand-up classes, and she did pretty good. I enjoyed her set. It was clean. And then I did my thing first. I did mine first. I talked about different way people eat corn on the cob, when you get your people together and what kind of foods you have at your picnic. And you either eat your corn round and round, or back and forth like a typewriter, or like a porn star. That got a chuckle. I'm back, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I just have to feel better. I did get a notice that a phone message. So I listened to it. It's from the health center where the doctors are. It said, the 21st the doctor won't be in town, so we rescheduled it for July 29th from July 21st. And I'm like, I have an appointment? When was that made? Last year? So I'm going to keep it. I just hope that I can do okay until then. There's so much around here that I just let it overwhelm me. I am going to be drawing a mandala on my suitcase. So when it comes out of the little, if I have to retrieve it, I'll be able to tell which one's mine. The tacky one, yeah. Am I going anywhere? Just insane, that's all. I'm already there? Oh, okay. Yeah. When people say you're driving me insane, my ex would say, that's not a drive, that's a short putt. Yeah, lovely support. The guy that runs the place, Nick, they were renting a lovely condo for the last 6 years, and then the owners have decided to sell it to someone that they already knew. So they had to find a new place, and they are in escrow to buy a house up in the mountains. It's a little tiny stone house, but it does have an area that you can somehow divide it off into 4 bedrooms, say of 4 kids. So I've seen the pictures online, and it's a little mountain community of like 100 houses or 147 houses. And they all have the same water. They have a reservoir where they get their water, and it's so much a year, and they can use whatever they want. And I said, how about solar power? Is it able to be done up there? And he said, yeah, it is able to be done. So they're going to check into that. And I told him I wanted to get him a housewarming gift, but I didn't know what. And I told him what I kind of thought. And I think a wind chime would be good because he remembers his grandma's house growing up had lots of wind chimes. So it might be just something pleasant that he likes. So I'll have to look for that. Kitty cat, he's a pretty good boy. I ordered him some new food from Chewy online. One of the ladies had one of those cactus that repeats what you say. The lady that went right after me, Shelly, and she also had a yodeling pickle. And when the pickle yodels next to the cactus that repeats everything, it's really hysterical. I guess we might be getting a pickle. If they're cheap enough, I'll get one for my grandson up in Canada. I'm sure my son will love that. Mom, you had to get noisy things. Yep. Less than a month, then Brian and family will be going up to Canada. I'm worried about that due to all the bullshit crap that the politicians are doing away with this and doing away with that, and all the air on the flight problems and crashes and other things. I am very, very worried about that. I don't know what would I do. I don't know. I'd be at a loss, that's for sure. A big loss. Anyway, let's not go there. I have watermelon to eat. It was a $5 watermelon. I think it was at Walmart. When you go right in, there's all these dark green watermelons that had all these little brown, veiny looking parts. And you can see the spot where it had been lying on the ground and the little, like they call it spider web or webbing parts. And if you can see where it might have dripped out a little bit of sap and it's dried up and it looks like a little bit of sap, those are the best. This one had everything but the little sap drop, and it's really good. So half of it I gave to them next door, and they've been eating it for snacks and dessert from supper. Spencer likes it. And I was feeling so low, not knowing whether I wanted to go to open mic night or not. I went outside to do a little poop patrol, but Ashley had already done it, and the kids were out there with her, and Spencer comes running over, Grandma, Grandma, Grandma. It's like, Brian's told me, don't interrupt them. They're doing their thing together, and I didn't want to interrupt them. I don't know. I did it just because I felt the need to have them around. I'm in depression level 3 pretty much, where I only eat if I absolutely have to. Depression level 1, I eat everything because I'm nervous and I just eat everything. Depression level 2, I don't. I don't eat anything unless I absolutely have to. Depression level 3, I don't eat anything and I go out walking on the highway. And I don't want to go any lower right now. So I went to open mic night. And one guy always gives me a fist bump. Good kid. He's a nice kid. And I think I filmed him, so I'll be able to just sit and watch him do his thing. I filmed 2 or 3 different people. So I can show Brian, this is what we do. Yeah. So, yeah. The person that claimed to be John Hamm contacting me, I believe is not John Hamm. So I blocked him. If it really is John Hamm, and if he really does want to be my friend, I'll hear about it. But I'm not counting on it. I've met famous people, and they're just people. Okay? I mean, Kathleen Madigan lived just a few miles from where I did, in Florissant. She worked at a restaurant my mom liked to eat at. Sheryl Crow lived in a wealthier area of St. Louis area. And my brother's band auditioned her for a singer, and she didn't like my brother's band. Things like that. You run across people like that. Rich Hall, the comedian guy, I think he lives in England now. when he was first starting out in 1977 or 8, something like that. I have photographs of him starting out. He went to the junior college in the open square area, and he says, I don't know if I can do this here or not. So I went in and asked, and they said, yeah, sure. So I told him, yeah, sure. He did the Bolivian killer weed review, and he had somebody that wonder toad, and then he had a baby that was a baby doll filled with sand, and he put on a western hat and put on that Yahoo accent, and he had your children calling you, telling you, Daddy, are we there yet? Are we there? And so I have pictures of his act. They're black and white, and they're not very clear, but it's Rich Hall. He's okay. He was just busy doing what he had to. Most people that I've met that are famous are really nice. There was one comedian that I didn't care for as a human. I'm not going to tell you who it is. It doesn't matter. If you're out there and you are in the public, I know it's a pain in the ass. Try to be a nice human being if you can. Things will work out much better for everybody. I just lately have been very upset about the politics that hammer you every day, and all the shit that these people do. And when you're a kid, you're taught to not do this or not do that, to be a good human person, to be empathetic, to care, to not hate and be mean to other people. And what do our leaders, what are they doing? Exactly that kind of crap. So that bothers me a lot. And it bothers me that that's what little kids like Spencer see. They see. You can tell somebody all you want, but your actions speak louder than words. What is to become of anything with this crapola that we have going on? Don't know. This is a very strange time. It's a little bit unpredictable right now. In a way, it is predictable, but in a way, the person that is calling the shots, basically, well, he's the one they're using because all you have to do is stroke his ego and he'll do what you want. It's pretty fucked up. I'm sorry, I use the F word. Furry! The F word, furry. Upward and onward.